Hello, welcome to the 22nd and final episode of XCOM Enemy Unknown. You're watching footage from the first mission assigned to the XCOM project. The names of these men and women have become the stuff of legend in the 8 months since that night, but back then they were just 4 raw rookies who seemed to be hopelessly outmatched by alien technology, and they were outnumbered to boot. And then we saw an alien die for the first time, a feat accomplished by none other than Catalina Romero. And then Cook followed suit, and then Robinson. And suddenly it seemed like fighting back might actually be possible. By the time it was over, 6 aliens were dead, and humanity had won its first small battle in the war that many said we shouldn't even try to fight. Of course, not everything was perfect that day. We also saw our first casualty as Patricia Rodriguez's struggles on the battlefield culminated in her missing a crucial shot that ended up costing her her life. And if Rodriguez was the first, she certainly wasn't the last. Just 3 missions later, Ross Cook was mortally wounded and bled to death moments before the last alien was killed and he could have been safely evacuated. And then there was Robinson, who had been so effective in his role as an assault trooper and led the team in kills. But that came to an end in the 6th mission when he dashed forward at the wrong time, and an outsider managed to take him out despite his being behind good cover. Later, so many others died that Romero was the only experienced soldier left. After 2 failed missions in a row, it looked like the war might be lost. But then they managed to turn it around. Vorobyov joined the team and helped steady things down. Kuznetsova got off to a rocky start, but she's grown into her role so well that she almost rivals Romero as a great sniper. There were still casualties and setbacks, but the overall trend turned back in our favor, and the team has only gotten stronger and more effective since then. And it's all led up to this. Today is the day the soldiers put their lives on the line one last time to end this war one way or another. They're going to the aliens' temple ship, and they'll be fighting for us, for themselves, and for all the fallen comrades they've left behind.
You hear our voice, new one. Now listen well. Long have we watched and waited. So many promising subjects, so many failed efforts, and now, after untold trials, the new one emerges to face the rigors of our collective, an enduring physical form paired with an equally adept mental capacity, the rarest of traits, finally within our grasp.
Well, that was interesting. It sounds like the alien is claiming they've somehow tried to engineer events so that a soldier like Palmer would be produced, and now they're gonna test him? Well, in the meantime, the soldiers have found a sectoid commander, and it looks like Baroto is not happy with the shot available to him. So he and Romero are going to come back with the others and see if they can lure the alien to them. Sure enough, he seems to be at least a little bit obliging, and Evans manages to tag him with a plasma burst.
Moving to Overwatch. On Overwatch.
Eyes peeled, Commander. I've got my eyes on.
Palmer hits him again. Unfortunately, the thing is still on his feet, and it looks like no one else is going to get reaction fire, and Kuznetsova takes a stinging blast from his laser pistol. Fortunately, she's still on her feet, and now Palmer is going to attack with his new psionic powers to very good effect. Scratch one alien. With the sectoid commander down, the soldiers are going to start moving carefully into the room and see what else is waiting for them.
Contact.
Palmer uncovers a pair of sectoids. We haven't seen them in a little while. We'll see how much of a threat they offer to the company. Well, there's one down. The others surge forward. It looks like Baroto is going to take a shot, but he can't connect. Vorobyov moves up behind him, and let's see if he can do better. Yes, he puts him down.
Ignition.
The team is expecting more trouble in this room, so the snipers are going to go ahead and get airborne. And in fact, we see another pair of sectoids already. So Romero's going to follow suit and try to get a shooting angle on these guys. Unfortunately, it looks like she cannot see them from her current location.
This is the earliest effort of the ethereal ones. The first failure. Though possessed of a certain brilliance, they were marred by their cowardice and frailty, which made them cruel and ultimately useless. Another attempt, this one inspired. Two subjects, each with a glaring weakness, brought together in the hopes of a symbiotic strength. And yet, this newfound power left them devoid of higher thought, lacking in comprehension. Another useless effort.
I gather the alien overlords are not pleased with either their sectoid creations or the cyber discs. But more importantly to us, Romero has taken a shot at one of the cyber discs and slammed him hard with a laser blast. And it looks like her second has also connected, so that thing is just about done. Evans is going to see if she can finish it off. She misses with her first attempt, but knocks him out of the sky with her second. Well, facing two cyber discs at once, I would normally have thought is near suicidal, but one is down already, and now Kuznetsova has hit the second one hard. Let's see what she can do with her second shot. And she tags him again, so once more, by the time the sniper has finished taking on one of these things, it's all but dead already. Now Vorobyov is going to see if he can be as effective at Evans at finishing it off. And he does it. So that's 2 cyber discs up and 2 down. The team does need to be careful here, though. The sectoids may not have the raw power that the cyber discs do, but that doesn't mean they can't do some damage if they're given a chance.
Cover my flank.
And I suppose we shouldn't forget about these drones either. Now, the first one is missed. It looks like the second one is going to move forward. And he tags, it looks like Baroto for a little bit of damage. And what about this last one? All right, he's just positioning himself. No harm done. This sectoid has a flanking shot on Vorobyov, and he connects, but it doesn't look like he did any serious harm to him. Baroto is going to try to take this problem out at the source and go for the sectoid that's mind merging with the other, but he misses.
Oh, it's go time.
So we see a floater revealed, and forgive me for talking over the alien, but it's important to note that Vorobyov is now going to take a shot at this sectoid, and he takes him down, which of course causes a chain reaction, and the one he was merged with dies as well.
Fate worse than death.
By far the most dangerous target that they're aware of so far is that floater, and Romero takes aim, and he is out of the game. Palmer is going to try to polish off this drone, but apparently it's too small and quick for him because he misses his first shot. Let's see if he can do better with the second. Indeed he did. And Evans makes short work of that drone. It's starting to feel a little bit like target practice in here. There is, however, still one drone up, and Kuznetsova takes care of that. As far as we can tell, the room has been cleared of all threats. The soldiers are reloading their weapons, and they'll get ready for their next encounter. But I think they're going to have to move forward to the next room before that happens.
Good to go.
They apparently agree because with Palmer leading the way, they do in fact head toward the portal into the next area.
Coming in.
There was some concern about that hole blasted to the left side of the portal and whether that would cause them trouble as they approached the door. However, they appear to have been fortunate in that respect. But now that it's open, of course, they do see a heavy floater. Romero has a shot, but unfortunately she's missed. Now she's going to line it up again and see if she can do better. And sure enough, she scorched him. Vorobyov had been hoping that if he moved back there, he could take a shot, but he doesn't quite have line of sight. Evans, on the other hand, does, and she makes him pay. Unfortunately, most of the soldiers don't have the angle to take a shot, so they go on Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Damn it.
So Baroto got a reaction shot, but unfortunately couldn't make the most of it. Evans is going to see if she can finish it off, and she does.
Let's rock.
Now that is a good beginning for this area, but I think all of the soldiers are mindful that they've beaten their first opponent here, not their last. They're going to move up carefully and try to find whoever else might be in this room. Funny thing is, as they push forward and there's no sign of alien life, you start to wonder if that one heavy floater was all there is. But the soldiers know better. Kuznetsova is going to go airborne, and Romero will follow her shortly.
I've got a visual.
Sure enough, Evans finds another pair of floaters, and now Palmer is going to see if he can take the first one out. He decides to use one of his mental powers he refers to as Mind Fray. Scratch one floater.
On Overwatch.
No one else has line of sight on that second floater, so they go on Overwatch to see if he will come to them. And sure enough, There he is.
That is not good.
Missed the target.
X-ray down. Damn it, missed the target.
A curious endeavor. The search for the gift in the most unsavory of beings. They were little more than insects when their uplift began, and in their failure became the most dangerous of predators. Incapable of direction, understanding, they were deemed fit only to breed and die.
So all of the floaters are down, but a trio of chrysalids have taken their place. Palmer tried to kill the first one, but came up just a little short. But not so with his second shot. Baroto lit that one up like a Christmas tree. Let's see if he can polish them off. Not quite.
No way that just happened. Got him.
Now once again, with the first two down, no one on the squad has a line of sight on that third chrysalid. So they're going to bunker down, so to speak, and go on Overwatch and see if he will come to them.
Come on, Overwatch.
Affirmative. Covering now, Commander.
Now, unfortunately, he seems to be suffering from a bit of stage fright. So Palmer moves forward, Varabia moves forward, and in general, the team is going to start moving in its direction. They will go on Overwatch here because there's still a good chance that it will move forward at some point. And there he is.
Dead and gone.
It's interesting to watch the members of the squad relate to Palmer on this mission. You know, he's been the junior officer for so long. He was the last to be promoted to colonel. But they all seem to sense that he is the key to victory today. They cannot allow anything to happen to him. And he's also now possessor of these strange abilities that none of them seem to fully understand, possibly including himself. Evans has discovered this room was not quite as well cleared as it might have seemed, but she also remedies the situation promptly.
Was our search, and now, with success so close at hand, we witness the fruits of our endeavor.
This place appears to be set up as some sort of strange gauntlet for Palmer to run. No telling what threat they'll have to face in this next room.
Open fire.
Valiant effort, our intelligence and exceptional loyalty, easily adapted to serve our needs. Still, despite such great hopes, they were unable to embrace the gift. Another wasted example.
So the answer to my question earlier is thin men will be the next challenge. That much is clear. The squad was clearly hoping that the aliens would come to them. That did not happen, so they're going to wait it out and try again. This time the strategy did work. A thin man has moved forward and takes aim at Baroto. Fortunately, he's not able to hit him, and Evans makes him pay.
Overwatch.
There's still at least one more thin man in there, so the group goes on Overwatch. He obliges by stepping forward, and this time Baroto decides he's not going to wait to get shot. While he's not able to hit him, it looks like both of the snipers did. With the two thin men that they've seen down. The question now is whether there are any remaining aliens in this small room. But it doesn't look like it. Now, they do reveal another thin man down below on that catwalk, and they're going to have to sort him out.
Roger that. Scanning. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Eyes peeled, Commander. On Overwatch. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Taken care of.
Once again, reaction fire does the job. This time it's for Rob-Yav who smoked him.
Now, the new one confronts a greater threat, a rare strength found in an easily controlled breed, and yet they are incapable of brilliance, of independence. They will never be more than primitive warriors, serving only to fight and die, as did those who came before them.
The cover moving forward is not great, so the soldiers are going to try to pull back using full cover as much as possible, see if they can get these mutons to come to them. This is a tactic they've used to good effect many times today, but it is a bit risky against these mutons because the soldiers are clustered together and a well-placed grenade could wreak real havoc. As it is, it turns out that one of them has decided to simply level a blast of plasma fire at Romero, and she's hurt, but that's not going to stop her from retaliating with lethal force. So that leaves one muton to go. Now Vorobyev is going to take no chances. He heals Romero with his medikit immediately. Given the number of opponents we've seen in each of these rooms so far, it's unlikely that there are just 2 mutons up here. So the soldiers are going to stay on Overwatch and cautiously approach, looking for whatever other aliens might be in front of them.
On Overwatch.
Once the group has finally managed to work its way forward, Baroto uncovers a berserker. Evans is the only member of the team in position to take a shot, and she unloads with rapid fire and nails him both times. So she missed the hat trick, but nonetheless, Evans got the team off to a great start. Baroto has also managed to hit him hard, and this berserker who was engaged just moments ago is already near death. Kuznetsova missed a point-blank shot. Now she's going to try for a bit of redemption here, and she plants him. Evans goes down below to see if she can find that muton. She does, and manages to dodge his reaction fire to boot.
They're on the move.
Once again, she's going to take a pair of rapid fire shots. She burns him with the first, but can't connect on the second.
Enemies rolling up.
Another pair of mutons over there on the left, and Palmer is going to try to take them out.
It is as we had hoped. The new one has surpassed all that have come before, and with such great confidence, so skilled with the gift.
However impressive Palmer's abilities might be, it appears he only managed to kill one of the 2 mutons, so they're going to have to deal with that in a minute. But for now, Vorobyev takes care of the one that was right on top of Baroto. With no sign of that last muton, it appears they're going to have to go hunting him. One thing is for certain, they cannot move forward and leave that muton behind them. Evans and Vorobyov move in his direction, and sure enough, Evans manages to find him, and she's going to unload a pair of rapid-fire shots, nails him with the first, and the second is lethal. This area is secure now. However, this room stretches forward for quite some distance. The soldiers appear to be on a kind of raised platform, and of course they don't know what's waiting for them down below.
Going airborne.
They've arranged themselves in a tight formation, and the sniper's airborne, so now Evans will move forward to see what's there.
Official warrior, created to supplement the limitations of the many failures, crafted with a singular purpose. It ultimately contributes little to our cause. Still, there is hope as a new one approaches.
A pair of Sectopods. Palmer is apparently going to throw this psychic rift of his at them, and he kills them both with one shot.
To prove that this was the worthy path, that we were justified in our efforts, this will bring about our redemption and usher in our future.
It does sound like these aliens are actually pleased that Palmer and his squad mates are killing all of these various creations of theirs. I guess their plan is to breed a group of super soldiers like Palmer, modeled after him somehow. At any rate, the soldiers still have some business to take care of in this room. It did appear that a pair of aliens had teleported in, just as we'd seen in some of the earlier rooms. What they are, we don't yet know. Well, we hear something moving. Whatever it is, it's capable of delivering a pretty stiff jolt of plasma fire. That seems clear.
Scanning.
So we can see now it is a pair of muton elites. These are not pushovers. The snipers do not appear to have a firing angle on any of them, unfortunately.
Overwatch. Aye, aye. I'm taking fire.
Thankfully, that elite missed Kuznetsova. Let's see if the team can put him down before he gets another chance at her. Romero was unable to connect with her first shot, but she adjusts her aim and hits him hard with the second. Kuznetsova obviously has an axe to grind with this one, but she also misses her first shot. She goes for blood with number 2, but misses again. Palmer is going to take his turn, and once again he's going to use this psionic mind fray. It must be nice in a way for the soldiers to have a chance to use a weapon that the aliens are helpless against, after being the recipient of that experience for so long themselves.
Field, Commander.
That leaves one muton elite still on his feet, and Baroto suppresses him to try to limit the amount of mischief he can get into. With the alien under suppression fire, Vorobyov is going to move up behind half cover and risk taking a shot. Unfortunately, he just misses. The elite tries to exchange fire with Baroto, but to no effect. because Boruto's cover has been destroyed, he shifts to a little bit better protected position, but unfortunately he does not manage to hit the alien from that spot. Palmer takes a relatively low percentage shot here, and unfortunately he does not connect. He's going to follow that up with suppressing fire.
On Overwatch. I'm on it.
Most of the XCOMers don't even have a shot, but Vorobyov does, and this time he manages to deal the Muton Elite its first real wound. And emboldened, he follows that up with another attempt and puts him down for good. Well, if this is indeed a gauntlet, then we may be nearing the end, because it's hard to imagine that there's a much tougher challenge in front of them beyond 2 Sectopods and 2 Muton Elites. I'm also being told Palmer is informing his squad mates that he can sense the presence of some powerful psionics in the room up ahead. One thing that must be a concern to the soldiers as they move toward what is quite possibly the final encounter here is that nothing they've done has been a surprise or caused the aliens any dismay as far as we can tell. They seem to expect that one of the soldiers would develop psionic abilities, so that's far from a secret weapon. Similarly, the general combat effectiveness of the squad against these sectopods and other creatures, that also seems to have been taken in stride. So, is all of this an elaborate trap? Are the soldiers about to be caught up by something much bigger and more powerful than they've ever encountered or could hope to expect? We don't know, but it looks like we're going to have the answer in mere moments.
Moving to Overwatch.
Roger. I've got my eye on
Affirmative. Covering now. Enemy in sight.
Behold the greatest failure of the Imperial ones. We who failed to ascend as they thought we would. We who were cast out. We who were doomed to feed on the gift of lesser beings, as we sought to uplift them, to prepare them for what lies ahead.
I'm sure those words will be analyzed for years to come as people struggle to comprehend their full meaning. But right now, the soldiers don't have time for that. Kuznetsova takes one shot and comes up short. Let's see if she can do better with her second attempt. That hurt him. Now Evans is going to see if she can follow it up. And she drills him twice. So maybe that'll take a little of the arrogance out of this thing. Let's see what Palmer can manage to do. He gives the alien a taste of the psionics they were so eager for him to get. With the ethereal near death, it's down to Romero.
This is not your path, not your purpose. You need our guidance to own this power. Without us, what are you?
What the hell is happening?
The ship itself is behaving like a dying star. Becoming a black hole. At this distance, the Earth will be consumed.
Central, I'm bugging out. The package is not on board. Waited as long as I could, sir.
Sir, the alien ship is in motion.
What direction? What direction?
Up.
And so the woman who scored the first kill in this war for humanity's freedom also got the last. And of course, no one showed greater heroism today than Colonel Palmer, who gave his life to save the entire planet. Or at least he has saved it for now. We don't know if there are more of these things out there, and the ethereal at least hinted at the existence of some other greater threat besides themselves. Whether that was truth or lies, we do not know. I suppose we can only wait and hope. In the meantime, it's been my great privilege to bring these events to you as they've unfolded, and I am grateful for that opportunity. But I hope you understand when I say thank you for watching, and I hope that there is no next time for you to tune in for.